Hello all. Uh, Welcome to the series of Zephyr scale session. Uh, what I'll do is I'll create a couple of sessions related to Zephyr scale where you can see how you can create test cases, how to create test cycle, add the test cases to it, what is a test plan, how the reporting works. All the things would be you know series of recordings will be there. So where you will get all the knowledge related to Jaffa scale, and also end of the sessions, I mean the series of session, also we'll talk about the automations, where I'll show you how you can use automation to create automatically test cases, test cycle, test plan, reporting. All the things can be done uh, automated way using code. So if you are working on a CI/CD project or any project where the automation is there, you can do all the things whatever will do initially in the series of sessions manually, that you can do through code also. Okay. Now, as you can see, I have my dashboard. This is the Jira software where DevOps Atlassian.net. So if a Jaffa scale is included in your project, then you can see that now in my project is included. So if I go to my project dashboard and click in Jaffa scales will open. Okay. So once this is open, I'll just give you a brief like how the dashboard for Jaffa scale look like. You can see there is first tab called test cases, where you can write our test cases. Okay, so for specific project you can create a folder. Let's say you are working for a Jenkins project. Okay, Jenkins automation, then you can create a folder Jenkins automation. So what happens is if you click on all test cases, all the test cases section will come. But to manage easily, I mean you can go here and see how many test cases you have created for Jenkins automation. Also, you can create subfolder on it, add subfolder. Let's say demo one. Okay, you can create subfolder, so that way it will be easy to manage your test cases. Second is test cycle. So what is meant by test cycle? You can say a lot of test cycle I have created here. Okay. Similarly, how the folder structure you are doing here, similar structure you can do it here. Okay. So test cycle is where we will create a cycle and add test cases so that we can execute it. Okay. We'll go into the details how it works. For navigation purpose, I'm just uh, taking some time. Okay. Test plan again will come. I mean, in the test plan, you can add all your test cycles. So we'll discuss and reporting. So there are different reports available. Test execution traceability report. We will cover all the required reports as well. Okay. So this is how the dashboard look like. And if you go to the configuration, let's say you are writing a test cases and you want to include some custom field for your project, then you can go here, the configuration tab, and you can write custom fields for your test cases, test plan, test cycle, test shape, test execution, all the things you can do. But we will not do it right now. Okay, when we are go to the test cases, we'll see how it works. Now, we'll discuss briefly today about the test cases, right? So, what is a test case? Test case is basically the steps of execution, right? When we are going to test it, let's say you are writing test cases that your login to the application should be successful. So, what you do, the test cases will look like, let's say, let me open a notepad. So, the test case, like you write your, like, launch the application, and the expected result for it, right? Expected result will be application should launch successfully, right? So you have a step, sorry for the spelling mistake. So you have a step and then you have a expected result. So let's see what are the things available for us to create a test case. So to create a test case, just click on the new test case. So this will open where you can see there are different tabs. Okay. Let's first go to the details. One first step. There is your name. So you can um, mm, give a name for your test case. Right. Login verification. Login verification. Objective. But what is the objective of your test case? Verify that user should log in successfully using username and password. So this is my objective, right? Precondition. What is the precondition? So the application should be running, right? Application should be running. So you can say step one application should be running. Two URL should be accessible. Something whatever is required for your project. Precondition. I can write it status draft because how you can see uh, different draft, deprecated, approved. So what we do is initially we write test cases, we keep it in the draft state. Okay, once the we discuss with the required project team that this is the test cases we have written, and they say that yeah this looks fine, then you can see that we can make it the status change to approved. So that's why we keep it status as draft initially. Priority. So you can set priority high, normal, or low. So login application, I can set the priority is high. Component, if you have any component for your project, right? Let's say you have a component called Jenkins. So that you can add. Okay. You can see it is not coming because there is no component added for my project. Let's say this DevOps project, right? It has a different component. One is Jenkins, one is let's say any other applications, SRE team or XYZ team, so that we can, divide, or let's say in Jenkins also, right? We can create test cases for pipeline testing. We can create test for automate some XYZ thing. So we can divide into different component as well, right? Let's say prod or test, that also segregation can be done. So here, as I have not done anything, we are not, it's not coming and I cannot do anything because it is list should come. Okay. Then owner here I have my owner added where you can say DevOps the real and estimated time. If you want to give estimated, let's say this test case will require me execution 10 minutes is required, right? Levels folder, see this folder automatically has come from the root. You have created a folder for Jenkins automation. So that's why it has uh, come as Jenkins automation. Then what is the use of this folder? Okay. So this is required. You will understand like when I'll show you how you can, import test cases to Zephyr scale from Excel. Then this folder is very much important. Otherwise, it will be not properly imported to your specific folder, right? So that's why this folder is required. We'll see more details when we go through. Then levels. Level is anything you can add. Let's say I'm doing it for functional testing, right? Functional. And I can write that it's a manual. Okay. So you can write this way any levels so that when you generate a report, it will be helpful for you. Next one is the test script. Test script is where our tests details will be written, right? As I was explaining in the notepad, there is a step if any test data is used or the expected result. So today we'll, okay, let's see what are the different type of things available. Plain text. If it is plain text, you can write a plain text like 3, 4 lines if someone is writing a test cases. in plain text format, they can write it. Okay. Let's say I want to log into the application and check application login is happening. Someone can write it. It is their own choice, right? So you can write test cases like that. Second one is a test step by step. So here we'll write this step by step. Let's say how we'll write. Let's say launch the application. Right? Here the expected result will be application should launch SUCC successfully launch this. Right? First step. Second step, here you can say add step call to test clone attach files. So we'll see again in the upcoming sessions what are all mean, but today we are going to use add steps. So one step is already there, so one more step we'll add. Again we'll write uh, enter user credentials, right? So if you go, there will be username and password. So that's why I wrote enter user credentials. Okay. So then login should be successful. Just an example giving. Okay. So this way you can write the test, steps one by one. There is one more thing called BDD Gherkin. So this is the Gherkin syntax, Gherkin script. If you know about the BDD format, then like Cucumber or Python behave, you can write the Gherkin script here. Okay. I mean that is basically useful when you are doing automation, Cucumber framework or anything like that. When um, when application is running, okay, then I should see the login page. An application is running and launched in browser. BROW browser. Then I should see the login page. And I provide my my credentials. I mean whatever the Gherkin syntax, right? When, then, and all these things in Gherkin syntax. So you can write your BDD Gherkin script also. We'll see how we'll write this as well. Okay. So either you can write step by step, either you can write plain text, either you can write VDD Gherkin syntax. Okay, this way the test script will be there. Execution, no test execution because we have not executed anything. Traceability also will not. I mean, traceability is basically you have any issues, right? So what happens is when we create test cases, right? So in agile way of working, you'll be assigned a ticket, Jira ticket, right? That create test cases for XYZ project. Okay, and a scenario is given. So you can link that issue here, right? So if you click here, automatically it will come. I mean, if you have anything, I don't have anything ticket assigned, so it is not coming. Otherwise, you can add your specific, the ticket assigned to you. This is a ticket assigned to you here, so that it will come. If you have any web link also that you can add it here. Okay, like any of the pages for you are referring or anything you are doing, then you can do it here. Attachment, if any attachment you need to drop here, you can drop that. Comments, you can add comments here. Let's say any comment. Looks like we need to add more clips or something. Whatever comments someone wants to add in this test case, they can do it. Okay. History, I mean, if any changes happen, let's say history, again I'll come to it step by step. I saved it. Okay. So history I'll show you. So once you write all the details, Basically, what you need to write is in the detail section, you will write in the test script. Okay. Don't bother about execution, traceability, attachment, comments as of now. So generally, you write all your details in the detail section. Okay. Where name, objective, precondition, and details are available. In the test scripts, you write your test scripts, then you save it. See, test cases DVT3 login verified created. You can click on it. Okay. So this has been created. Again, you can go to your test cases Zephyr scale. So we are writing in the Jenkins automation, right? In the demo folder. No, sorry, we created in Jenkins automation itself. So you can see that login verification new test cases is created. You can open it, right? Open a new tab or something. You can do that also. You can do and see. Now let me open it one more time, and uh, I just change it something. URL. I make it capital. Again, I save it. So updated. This is updated. Now, if you go to history section, you can see, right, who changed what, right? Original value, what is the new value? So that is the user history where, you know, you can see what when the test cases has been created, uh, and when it has been updated, what are the changes has been done, all the things you can see. Okay. So one more thing also you see here, when we created test cases, you can see there is a version field, right? So, okay. So when we create test cases, we see that there is something called P, which is the priority. Key, what is the key? Version number. Again, we'll discuss more into it why this version number is required. The name of the test cases, then status, okay, and the last test execution. Nothing is there, so last there is no test execution on it. Now this way this filter is working. Now suppose you want to uh, add criteria. Okay, let's say you want to see created on also. Okay, now I added one more field. Let's see if I refresh it, it will come. Mm, created on is coming. I'll go to Jenkins automation, configured item. I'll go here, created on. I'll make it on. Sorry, the other way around. Okay, I'll I'll close it. So you don't have to do it here. This is say you do it here. Okay, let's say you can see, right, created on has been come, and you can see now I don't want to see the priority, then I can go here, click on it. Okay, then you can see there is no priority. Then let me keep the priority, keep the keys, because see some of the field you cannot change it, that default will come, key name. Okay, all the things will be by default, it should be there. What else we can, let's say owner, estimated time you can change. You can see right side, right, the estimated time is coming. So according to your requirement, I mean what you want to see in the dashboard, in this test case dashboard, you can do it. Okay, so that's all for today. I mean, to summarize, we have seen how we can create test cases and what are the things available in test cases, how we can create it, what are the different data available there, all the things. So next section, next session, we'll see more about all these test cases. Okay, please watch out and subscribe to the channel so that you'll get notification when I create new sessions. Okay. Uh, Thank you for your time. And you got any question, then you can ask me.